Yes, God, welcome to another show. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to another show. I'm Wesley, the host of YARDCHAT. Thank you for joining me for another show, guys. And you know what you do, guys. If you like this platform, press the subscribe, share, and like. And also, share with your friends, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you the notification. Make sure you press that so when I do put up a new video, you get all the latest video, guys. So let's get into the show right now. And here, so you guys, let's get into the show right now. So listen. According to the uh, CDC in Atlanta, people, we have an issue in Atlanta. Um, a lot of people don't want to talk about this because years and years ago, maybe about 20 years ago, or maybe you know, longer than that, we had an issue with AIDS. We had a big issue with HIV. Um, if you don't take care of your HIV, it will turn into AIDS. And once you have AIDS, it's a stage where your body is just breaking down and you could easily get sick and you will, you know, transition to the next dimension, guys. Let's keep it real. So this is it. Why is the HIV rate so high in Atlanta, Georgia? You know what I mean? People, we forgetting that AIDS was you know, AIDS was, you know what I mean? It was crazy, people. It was crazy. And that's showing you a lot of people now, presently in this time, they are not practicing safe sex. And the study show and the rate, and people, I'm going to, this is not my word. This is an article that, information I'm getting from article. And, especially in the south part of Atlanta, they have the CDC down the block. And this is where it's going to get very, very, very next couple of years. It's not going to look good for Atlanta. It's not going to look good for Atlanta because people are dying from AIDS. People think that AIDS it came and went, it's past, but a lot of the younger generation don't know it's still around. So apparently, there's an issue in Atlanta. What I mean, people, this article is not my words. It's an article, and also the article said the stigma associated with sexual orientation, and many don't have support system of family members and friends. What I mean? But I have an issue with that. Check this out. And this have nothing to do with any group, or is just I'm speaking about HIV AIDS. And a lot of people these days think AIDS came and it went, it's gone, but AIDS is still around, especially in Atlanta. People, according to the article and according to the CDC, the data show that Atlanta ranked third nationwide for HIV infection. Atlanta, and we know Atlanta is a very big state. People, it's scary out there, and a lot of people is not getting the right information about this disease because they think this disease came, went, and left, but it's still here. Okay, guys, the reason have more to do with have to do with the poverty, lack of insurance, and the stigma that your sexual practice and the high rate of HIV are mostly confined to specific group, young black men who have sex with men. And before I go any further, and this is to YouTube audience and algorithm. I'm not here trying to say that you know this that it's not about that. This is about the health crisis of AIDS, and it doesn't have to do nothing if what preference you like. It don't have nothing to do with that. People are getting AIDS, and it's a big problem because guess what? According to the article, one of the main concern is this. One of the main concern is this guy. Um, one of the main concern and what alarmed me, people, is young people. And according to this article, it said AIDS is the leading cause of death for black men in Georgia between the age of 35 and 44. So what that's telling you, it's affecting generations because you have 35 to 40, 44, 45. That's 10 years. That's a generation. So so that means people are not practicing safe sex. That's what it boiled down to. That's what it boiled down to. These men don't have, you know, excuse me, these men don't have more partners or indulge in riskier sexual behavior than their white counterparts. According to the study, you know, according to the study of the Rolling School of Public Health, but they are more disadvantaged that often lack of insurance. They they may not have transportation. So getting to the clinic, could be a very challenge. It's a challenge because if they don't have, poverty, lack of insurance, the money, so it's a big problem. It's a big, 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 big problem. And and people, what I like to speak about, I don't understand. According to this article, is saying that the stigma associated with sexual orientation, and and they don't have the support team from their friends and family. I could see that. I understand that, but 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 why you're not practicing safe sex? You know what I mean? Everybody, it seems like people are making excuses, but nobody's doing what they're supposed to do. If you practice safe sex, and another issue that they have, people, I will play a tape so you guys could hear what the doctor is saying. Um, ac- but this is what the doctor said. According to one of the leading doctors in Atlanta, that people don't even know they have HIV, and he's saying that people's living with this disease, infectious disease, for years and years and years, and it comes down to the point where they finally go to the doctor because they having migraines and sweats and all of these symptoms. They go to the doctor, and the doctor telling them that they have full blown HIV, and they are dying. People, they are dying because it's a lack of insurance. Also, I believe it's the lack of education. Lack of education. That's what it is. It's lack of education because if you have education, you will know that safe sex. You have to practice safe sex. You have to practice safe sex. Okay, according to the article, this is what the article said. The young man had been getting treatment for AIDS at the downtown center in Atlanta for some time, but suddenly he stopped showing up. His doctor weren't sure why. Maybe he had depressed or ill with a related infection, or he just can't get a ride. He finally did find his way back to the center, but but by that time his AIDS had progressed. He died a few days later. In the metro Atlanta, there are thousands of men just like him, young, black, gay, or bisexual, and HIV positive, and alarming numbers are progressing to HIV to AIDS and dying of a disease that have for decades had been treatable. You know, the poverty. Everybody's running to go to Atlanta. Everyone is running to Atlanta, but I'm not running to go there. Um, like I said before, it's education, and this don't have nothing to do, like I said, what you prefer, or how you live your personal life. This don't have nothing to do with. It have to do with you having young men, you know, being getting affected with HIV, and they don't know. They don't know. And one of the hardest thing is that when you have young people at that age, and we all was at that age, people, we all was at that young age where, and they're not say young, they're grown adults, 35 to 44, 45 years old. They are young adults, grown adult people. They're not young adults, excuse me, they're grown adult. And these people are making decisions that are very bad decisions because, you know, I understand sometimes, HIV, or, it doesn't give you no symptom, but there have to be some type of symptom, guys. There have to be something to know that you something is going on in your body. And by the time, these guys go to the doctor, it's too late. They being diagnosed with full-blown AIDS. And once you diagnose it with full-blown AIDS, every little thing you have to be protected. A cold could kill you. A cold advance and turn into pneumonia. It's infection, all of that, people. So, but what it is, this disease is very treatable, as the doctors say. You have to take your medicine, how many pills per day or whatever. But it's proven that that concussion, that what they came up with years ago, worked. But if you don't know you have it, you're not taking it. And by the time you go to the doctor, and the doctor, you do all the tests, you have wind up full blown AIDS, and there's nothing really the doctor could do for you. It's just, you wait until that day, because there is no known treatment for AIDS, people. I mean, even though over the years you hear people that Magic Johnson, got cured from AIDS, went to Africa, and we all know the story behind that. But the issue again is this. And yeah, guys. So remember a couple years ago, we have the pandemic, we have COVID, what I mean, and we have the pandemic. So that take a play into it, where a lot of people, was staying from work, staying home, not being so active in the community. And and also, listen, guys, this showing you that during the pandemic, we don't know what people, but we know during the pandemic, um, keep it real, Atlanta was one of those states that did not really apply or go by the rules. It was the first one to release the ban. There was the first one to go in clubs and all of that. People, all of that have to play a part in it. And one of the worst thing is this: a lot of people are effective, and affecting each other, and they don't know they have AIDS or HIV. And so when they reach to the point where they're not feeling well, they go to the doctor, and the doctor do all these tests. Then they get the news that they have AIDS. And once you have AIDS, people, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I wouldn't wish that on my enemy, guys. You know, so it's showing you that HIV, people are not getting treated due to the lack of poverty. You know, a lot of different things. Transportation, so many things at play where people are not going to the doctor on a regular basis, or no insurance. And I believe that's one of the biggest things: no insurance. And people just infect each other. They're not practicing safe sex, and this don't have nothing to do how you choose to live your life. If you choose to live your life, you need to make sure that we all practice safe sex. Everyone should practice safe sex. If you're not married, and even these days, you don't know. People, the problem is this: a lot of people in Atlanta have HIV and don't know, and they keep sleeping around and spreading it. So the results not going to show you from 2000, but from 2021, a couple years ago, is not, because remember we had a pandemic, so that take a part. So a lot of data probably not accurate, because it went down because people was a lot of places was quarantined, so, or locked up. So people couldn't go to clubs and go to restaurants, all of that, supermarket. You could go, but it was all set up how many people allow in the store and wear masks and all of that stuff. But apparently that did not help, because people were still out there in Atlanta living their life, do what they want to do and not practicing safe sex. So this is a consequence from people behavior. Unfortunately, it's not a good look for Atlanta right now. Thank you guys for joining this morning. Make sure you press the like and subscribe to this channel, guys. Until later.